Hello, and welcome to episode 12? 13? I know it's not 14. It's definitely somewhere around there, 12 or 13, of Terraria modded mashup. Now, something you might notice is I've gone ahead and changed out some of the blocks here. So we went with Dynasty Wood as well as bricks. So it's all the same background color just so it doesn't look terrible, honestly, because it looked really bad before. And yeah, I also redid the system here. So we have one connector block, and then everything is blocks you can't drop through. And then of course we can drop down to upgrade all of our blocks. But I made quite a few more. I mean, I've got 2,080 items that I can possibly have in here, not including stacks. And I'm pretty sure stuff like stone, which has like a stack of 5,000, only counts as one item. I'm not sure if it's like 2 stacks, you know? But like if it had over the 9,999 integer, if it would like contain more. But yeah, there's there's quite a bit of space here, to say the least. So what I've planned today is I'm going to put all that stuff away. I'm gonna try and just speed run through bosses because I'm pretty much at the point in which I want to be into the hard mode bosses, the things that are actually a challenge to me. But I have to get rid of certain bosses just to get to that point. So I'm gonna, slow down a little bit, be careful, and we're gonna do the hive mind. Now, I wanted to do the perforators, but, I need to have the crimson biome, and I don't have that. And this is a great segue, me running this fast, to go into the little bit of a spoiler. This mod has a few weird abilities, like clicker. You'd think, oh, this is for clicker class. That's so interesting that it has that, because that's like a niche mod. No. You just press the plus button and you get free XP. So if I push this button, boom, I gain XP. I'm just going up. And if I press question mark, I increase the amount that I go up. Very weird. I haven't been using that. I was just curious what that was. But there are things such as the movement thing, movement area. Now movement takes, as you can see, a lot of points to upgrade, like a lot. I've upgraded it to 2, whereas 1 is the default value, I'm fairly certain. Let me see. Yeah, 1 is the default value. So with this, we run at the normal rate. However, if I were to reduce it, oh no, 0 is the default rate. That's interesting. Let me make sure about that. I didn't actually check. Yeah, 0 is the default amount. So this just increases the maximum speed in which you could go. So here you can see we still have the abilities, but then if we take it all the way up to 2, crap, I just did the wrong one. If we take it all the way up to 2, you can see we go zooming fast. So fast that it doesn't even proc the speed effect of the boots, because the boots are actually just showing you the fact that you're capped out on movement speed. Like, you can't go faster than this without flying, normally in the game. However, if you were to increase your movement speed, it'll just bypass the Hermes boot effect. So we're going faster than Hermes boots. It just doesn't seem like it because we don't have the sound effect. So there's that. I've just had that on so I can use it when I'm out of combat, and then I just leave it at the 0, so that it's absolutely normal movement speed, because I don't want to cheat or anything. We're already powerful enough. But yeah, jump speed and stuff is nice, so that we can get our nice like jump attacks. So let's say I put this up about this high, because of course I wasted all my points on movement speed. Which I can put all the way up, honestly, because it doesn't affect max, it just affects like acceleration, kinda. But yeah, so now our jump speed is a bit better. So we jump like higher and faster, pretty much. But I'm just gonna hang out around here until a hive cyst appears, and then we'll commence with the hive mind fight. Okay, so I remembered this mod also has a spawn rate multiplier, so I had it at 0 just because I was like, does it actually work at 0? Yes, it does. So I was running around for a while just being like, why are there no enemies spawning in the corruption? What is happening? That's what was happening. Oh, I also farmed out for the photosynthesis strike from the Vine Wraith, and this is pretty much what it does. Well, this is a really bad example of it, but it kind of auto-corrects a little bit so that it hits the enemy that you want it to hit, and it pierces apparently, which is very nice. But yeah, I'll be using that quite a bit. Let's get this fight underway. So here we go, we got the Hive Mind. Let's just break it with this weapon that has like 1,000 hits. Yep, break it really quick. Yep, there we go. Hive Mind, phase 1 down. Okay, phase 2 is where we actually got to get kind of serious and have some distance between myself and the boss. I also bought and placed these obelisks, if I can get to one, right here, where they cause it to stay the corruption, or the crimson, or whatever biome you got it for. In this case, it's the corruption, just because I wanted to be able to go high enough. Ooh, the rain clouds. They're devastating. Yeah, but I wanted to be able to go high enough in the biome and still be in the biome, so I can get all the way up here without enraging or anything, which is very nice. Just so I'll actually be able to dodge the boss, but it doesn't seem like dodging is all that necessary with how much healing we have, and just how much damage we deal to him. Let me try and kill him with the star powers. There we go. That was the overly simplified boss. Compared to last time I fought that in death mode, that was pretty easy. Not gonna lie. So that's the first boss. Now, looking at the rewards, we basically just get true shadow scales, which we can turn into pretty much any of the rewards, honestly. Anything we didn't get already. So let's just shove all of our rewards. Ooh, we got 2 glyphs. All of our rewards in there. We got a mask, we got the glove, which is for rogue, we got a sword, we got a magic weapon, and this magic weapon summons stuff from the sky. So it's pretty useless. I think that summoning objects from the sky is the most useless thing ever. A summon weapon and a rotted brain. Rotted brain attaches to the brain of confusion with a mithril anvil. So it's just one of those early hard mode items. It's also a material, which is very nice. It turns into the amalgam, which is a post Moonlord. So that's just forever away. I think it's post Moonlord, right? Yeah, Cosmolite bars, post Moonlord. But it gives 10% damage increase as well as some nice effects when hit. But pretty much currently, until we upgrade it, it doesn't have any good increases because this one gives 10% damage under 75% life, which will never be, and 5% decreased movement speed below 50%. So it's like you gotta hit the sweet spot. Very nice. So things that we can make: Hive Mind Summon, obviously. We can make a pitchfork once we get to Souls of Night, but we can't make that now. We can make the Knight's Ray, as well as the other variant of it, which is the Carnage Ray, just the other version, you know, using blood samples instead of shadow scales. This is pretty much the same thing as the photosynthesis strike, except it doesn't home. But yeah, that's pretty much all that we can make, I think. This, I actually don't know what this does, but I remember it being pretty bad, so I'm not even gonna look at that. But yeah, that's all the stuff that we can really make with it, which is kind of nothing. The main things that we can do with this is Aerialite now exists in the world. Hopefully we'll be able to see some new, here we go. So we got a big chunk of Aerialite right here, if I can maneuver around awkwardly mined out stuff. But yeah, so Aerialite right here spawns in the world, and Calamity has this great effect where when a new ore spawns in the world, you can actually get it multiple ways. Either through mining, which obviously isn't a renewable source. You could also get it through fighting slimes. Slimes in the underground will have a chance to spawn, or like one of the enemies will have a chance to be a slime that drops said ore, because Calamity does add quite a few ores in the progression that just spawn midway through, kind of like chlorophyte. But yeah, so basically what we're going to be doing is, oh, that's the wrong ore. Florum ores, not chlorophyte. They look pretty similar. Sorry, not Aerialite. They look very similar though. But yeah, I'm going to get like maybe three or 400 of this, and then we'll head back and see what kind of armor we can make. Okay, so may have gotten a little bit sidetracked with my quest to get Aerolite, but you know, I had to get down here eventually, and I did have enough mining power to mine this. So I'm gonna make sure I get a bit of Hellstone as well as the 235 Aerolite that I've managed to get. So yeah, I'll just grab this stuff, and I did grab a Hellforge, which is a good idea. I'm not gonna grab a Voodoo Doll because who really cares about that, honestly. But yeah, I'll just grab up as much Hellstone as possible because you need a lot of this stuff for mods. Like, mods gobble Hellstone up in the in hard mode. They're just like, by the way, if you want to make anything that has a burning attribute, you need 7,000 Hellstone bars. It's kind of insane, kind of crazy. But yeah, that should be enough. Let's head back before we burn to death, and let's plop all this stuff into here. Let's get the Hellforge in here, and then what do we want to have this in instead? Probably the Thorium altar, just because screw Thorium, you know? Now we can make Aerolite using the Sky Mill, we can make Aerolite stuff with the Sky Mill, which should be able to be better. Like, it should manage to outdo our previous armor set. We need the Sky Mill, as well as some feathers and some clouds for this, which is actually kind of the most interesting thing that a mod has ever been like, hey, you need this. Like, honestly, it's pretty cool. Let's get the magic damage one, and hopefully we'll be able to do enough bonus damage with this to actually be able to get a new set of armor, because ours has been here for quite a while. So we've currently got 29 magic damage, and if we swap over to this, we still have 29 magic damage, dude. It's insane. 46% as well as up to a 47%. And our mana drops insanely. So I guess Aerospec isn't even worth it, which kind of sucks. It's supposed to give us increased... oh, this gives us invincibility frames. That's interesting. This full set is supposed to give us some nice movement upgrades. As you can see, like, we move... I mean, we don't move very much faster, but we jump faster and we fall faster, which can be useful. But I guess we're not even going to go for that, just because. Now, this can turn into the Aerospec enchantment, so we had to make this anyways. This enchantment makes it pretty decent. Fall quicker, immune to fall damage. 25 damage in one hit causes feathers to fall. Valkyrie minion from the minion setup. Effects of Gladiator's Locket and Unstable Prism, which I'm not sure what those are, and a Rotom Pet. Gladiator's Locket summons 2 Spirit Swords to protect you. Oh, that's interesting. I want to know how to make this. How do I get that? And then the other one is the Unstable Prism, which 3 sparks are released on critical hits, and I'm not exactly sure how to get that either. So yeah, that's that armor set. But what I wanted to do this episode is knock out some bosses. And obviously we got this boss, which we got pretty much all the rewards from. Cursed Flames are only a hard mode drop, just to let you know. So what I want to do is take the next, you know, maybe 5 to 10 minutes to just smack down 2 bosses super fast. So we're going to do Hydra and Gigabat. Hydra's from Ancients Awakened. It's the counterpart to the Broodmother, so it's basically the exact same thing. And the Gigabat is from Polarity's mod. Now, Polarity's mod is very interesting. I'm fairly certain I just need to have any gem Firefly. Now, I'm not sure if I have a Firefly, but you can use a Bat Whistle, which you'll get from buying something, but the first time you need to use a Gemfly. So we should be able to craft all of these summons up right away. So I'm going to craft up these summons and head over to the boss areas. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure how to do this area, but yeah. The wiki said that there was a cave. Ooh, a deep and spooky cave that you can get to. Where you'll be able to find some more corruption-styled areas or things that you can break. So here we have these, as well as all the enemy types, because it is nighttime. Now you can't see in this biome during the daytime, which is kind of cool, that they kind of like really highly force you into be doing this all at the nighttime, which honestly, very cool. Very cool that they managed to force that upon you. So here we go. We have the boss, and obviously we have all these enemies, but the boss is gonna be like no problem. And I read on the wiki that you're supposed to deal damage to only the heads. So I'm gonna use my homing range staff to make lots of sound, apparently. Why does he teleport? That's so weird. I guess I'm just gonna use this. But yeah, we're just gonna kill all the heads. Oh, and he just dies. He just dies like that. Okay. Probably the weirdest boss. Also, like, the loudest boss. Holy cow. I can't wait to get into hard mode, especially because I want to get rid of things such as the crowbar and the mortar tube, because they just cause too much sound, honestly. I'm okay with having something like the ATG and the fireworks, which are pretty much the same thing, just because they don't cause that much sound effects. But I will get rid of stuff like panic mines and dead man's foot, just because they're so useless. Laying a mine when I take tons of damage is just kind of useless. But yeah, that was that fight, and the treasure bag, kind of lackluster. 7% damage, not even a material, pretty bad. But yeah, and obviously all of those replacement parts for early mode ores. But yeah, now I couldn't get a firefly. I'll try and get one, but you have to wait for one to spawn. And obviously that could take forever, just because the spawn chance, not always the best. I can try and like up the spawn rate, like put it up to 2.4 and see if any of them spawn, but it's all just luck as to whether or not any fireflies will spawn. And it's also luck as to whether or not I'll be able to get them before I accidentally kill them. So I was pretty much thinking, we'll just do Skeletron instead. So I'm gonna let this night progress a little bit further and see if I can't happen to get one firefly to spawn. Now, thinking about it, I actually did leave the hive mind soul behind, which it states, I'll read it after we kill Skeletron, just because both of these bosses will have souls to read. So one of the things I also forgot is I'm moving really fast, because I wanted to get from A to B as quickly as possible, just because traveling from place to place is honestly like the worst part when you're at the level in which you can just travel to places without taking tons of damage. Like, I can kill any monster in almost one hit, so it's like, who really cares about how long it takes me to get places? But yeah, so I'm gonna turn my movement speed down just because that's a bit broken. And then we'll fight the old man. It's a rebuff, and let's fight it. Now, Skeletron is pretty much the same in Revengeance mode, if you didn't know. He just has a few extra abilities, including getting his hands back. Now, I do a lot of damage, like an insane amount of damage. Oh, he also teleports and shoots those when he teleports. But other than that, he's pretty much the same. He just rushes after you, shoots skulls, and then he gets his hands back halfway through, just to make it so the fight actually takes some time and some actual skill to do, instead of just, hey, you killed his hands, you win. But he's also just pretty much immune, Dungeon Guardian mode, when he has his hands. So you need to get rid of his hands to even be able to beat the fight. But, oh, he gave some souls too, that's very nice. Elements of Death. I'm gonna drop down here just so we can get to a slightly safe spot. Elements of, actually, let's go back home. Elements of Death, let's see what we can make with these. Hopefully we're at the point in the game where we could actually make something, because that'd be cool if we could actually make something with these. Okay, we could upgrade the chain knife for something with melee damage. Do we have anything that does magic damage? Ooh, 2 magic damage, 3 magic damage things. This one, Song of the Siren. And Ether. Now, Ether drops from Rebellious Wisps, which look kind of like dungeon enemies, I'm pretty sure. And then I don't know where I get Song of the Wisp, but I could look that up. Now these notes, this is note number 3, so we should be able to get that unlock, if I am not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure who we talk to. Who do we talk to? Aha, the jeweler. Here we go. Combine the notes, and now we have the secret note number 1. If you're reading this, then know that you can spawn your own Grim Reaper. To do this, you simply need to find the suspicious-looking scythe. It drops with a very low chance from any treasure bag in hard mode. Good luck. There seems to be something important, but you can't read it yet. Not without other parts. Maybe the jeweler can help you. So I'm guessing we need 3 secret notes to be able to read that. But yeah, that's basically how that goes, let's be honest. Oh, we got this, which is the trophy for killing him. Very nice. Shadow diamond, some paper tubes, as well as a grenade shell, all the normal drops. And we didn't read the hive mind soul. The hive mind. So let's read these 2 souls, and then we'll probably be done. Obviously the bone hand's the same as it always is. We got Skeletron. The curse is said to only affect the elderly. After they are afflicted, they become an immortal vessel for an ancient demon of the underworld. Favorite this item to gain increased damage in the dungeon. However, your max health is reduced due to the Skeletron's curse. Obviously, this is really nice to have, but only when we're in the dungeon. So we don't really need to have it when we're not going there. And then we have the hive mind. A hive of clustered microbial infected flesh. I do not believe killing it will lessen the corruption here. Favorite this item for all of your projectiles to inflict cursed flames in the corruption. However, enemy spawn rates will be reduced while in the corruption due to your odor. Now, this is actually just amazing. Like, having this at all times is amazing because it makes spawn rates lowered and you deal bonus damage to the enemies there. It's just like a double whammy that I guess they didn't really think about. Maybe they did think about it. I'm also not using those mana potions, so I'm just going to get rid of them. But yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I don't think there was anything we could craft, but I can obviously look. Next episode, we're going to be exploring the dungeon. And here I'm going to show off Skeletron. Things that I got from him. I got the bone glove, but we could have gotten the hand. The Book of Skulls, which is used for something. Oh, the Clothier's Wrath. Rare item from Calamity, I'm fairly certain. Yes, rare item from Calamity. It's like a 1% drop chance. Some dungeon crates from not Revengeance mode, Eternity mode. Necromantic Bruise, and the Bone Zone. So I will actually, next episode, I'm also going to do the Eternity mode for the bosses that we fought. So I'll do Eye of Cthulhu, I'll do Eater of Worlds, and I'll do Skeletron, just to show off the way that they look in Eternity mode, because it's obviously much easier with it turned off, but we don't get any of the special effects. And I'll also see what I need to make the Anthem of War, because that looks very interesting. But yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.